Hello, everybody. Today I'm here with the next set of levels for Dr. Mario World, and this one is probably the one that's taken me the longest ever, just because I spent a few days, I was hanging out with some friends, but I also was having a very hard time with 878, and I still haven't beaten it without any power-ups. If I ever do, I will make a separate video on it. But man, these levels this time around are just so rough. But this first one at least isn't too bad. I did play this one a couple of times. And there's some luck involved as well with like these foggy viruses. You kind of have to just guess sometimes and it will work out. And other times you just have to roll with the punches when you mess up. But I would suggest when you're clearing out these columns that have like 4 of each color of viruses, that you clear the 2 of them at the same time that are next to each other, so that you're not leaving any by themselves. And I'm sure I'll leave a couple by themselves, but I hope you get what I mean. Like, there are 2 next to each other, like those 2 blue ones I just cleared out. And what you don't want to do is do what I did with those reds, because now these reds are kind of separated here. There's one at the top that's all alone, and the 2 at the bottom here, now that one's all alone, that one on the bottom. And every other row I did it the correct way, where I'm clearing everything at the same time, so you're not really leaving anything behind. And while that won't matter all that much, it can definitely influence your results at the end. And then once you get rid of all those ones that are next to each other, you're just getting rid of the floating viruses that are left. I definitely wouldn't suggest leaving the floating viruses till the end though, because they can line up nicely sometimes with some other things. It was nice of those greens to line up as well. And now we just have a few more viruses here, and I have quite a lot of capsules left. So this one went pretty well. And it was because I mostly, did that strategy of lining up all the things, or leaving what they already lined up for me in the way that works out the best. I got so many points left over for that one. That one went very well. Really, all of the regular levels are fairly tough, but definitely plausible, and aren't like insanely difficult that you're going to take forever to do them. But then there's just those stages, 878 and 871, the 871 being the Antichrist and 878 being the rebirth of the Antichrist, the second coming of the Antichrist, really. That it's pretty impossible to 3 stars without insane luck, or something that I guess either everyone hasn't figured out yet, or just something that I haven't figured out yet. If any of you have any good strategies that you've come up with, you gotta let me know, and I'm sure other people in the comments will appreciate that as well. For this one, there are a lot of colored crates here that you will need to get rid of, and I would suggest going for them now instead of having to go all the way back up to those red crates later. And also the way that they kind of set it up is that you can bring down these colored capsules that kind of fit perfectly, like between the 2 rows of colors. I know I did it earlier where I was clearing stuff at the same time, and that kind of leaves some viruses up by themselves still, like those greens were up there for a while. You can see here that I have these reds set up to clear this row here. And sometimes some shells will line up to do that for you, like this blue one towards the bottom that I'm about to hit. Like all those color crates are just not an issue anymore. And this red shell here is going to help a lot as well. So these shells are definitely going to make this stage a lot nicer, or just go completely out of your way and not really helpful at all. And I only have these few colored crates left, and then the rest of it is just hitting the rest of the viruses away from the blue coins. I will remind you that the blue coins are really the only things you have to get, and then the keys and doors are obviously covering those blue coins, so you have to get those as well. But they might as well just said you need the blue coins, because the keys and doors affect that as well. And I tried to figure out a way to get this green virus at the same time as I get this green crate. I don't remember if I do. This has been like a couple of days since I recorded this part of the video. So let's see what happens, I guess. I'm interested. We also only have 3 blue coins left, so a lot of these viruses here just don't matter. And a lot of the bubble viruses will really not be a big issue once I get rid of some things. So I got rid of that green virus. I'm gonna build up to get this green colored crate now. I think, yeah, I'm gonna wait for this one to pass over. Bring that there. Now, there's that shell that spawned on top of the blue coin there that I'm gonna get rid of right now. And now that blue coin is available. And as that door cleared, I got the final blue coin. So I cut it pretty close. But at that last section there, I really just need to get rid of that colored crate, and that was it. I think if I would let that bubble fall all the way, then it would have been covering the blue coin. But since it was still spawning, it worked out. So is this it? Is this the second coming? Yep. So I'm bringing in Ludwig. You see I started with a skill up. Like I said, I can't beat this without power-ups right now. I don't know how it would even be possible. So we get the skill, we use it right away, and that helps us out with the beginning a little bit, as well as getting some other things as we go. Now we're going to hit that bomb. That section is wide open. It's not usually like that, but because of the ice stuff, it cleared all of that out. So now I got lucky with a double red and two green and red capsules. Now we need to get rid of this red one so we can get to the green bomb, as well as bringing over these blues to hit this other coin here, so the rest of the coins in the middle will unlock. Now we've got Ludwig's skill again, and he's opened up a lot in the middle here. So once we hit these reds in the middle, we can get to this green bomb. I think I'm going to... I should have cleared all of that red first, but I wasn't getting a lot of red, so I just decided to go for this. And now that bomb opens up. Now we need to get that final red bomb to open that key, or sorry, open the lock in the bottom corner. And also make sure to get this, these 2 purple coins before. Now, I never really cared about waiting to clear these electric bombs. I think you can really clear them whenever you'd like, or whenever it's convenient, and you have like some greens. Because the bomb and the viruses around the other coins will mostly do that for you anyways. So here I'm kind of in a weird situation. I kind of just throw away this green. Oh, nope, I get to save the green, and I use that to clear some of these coins in the corner here, which I'm going to prioritize doing right now so that I can start working on the corners. You know, you're not going to want to work on those corners too much until you have gotten all of the rest of the coins. I tried bringing like Fire Rosalina, but she often hit those corners before the coins were unlocked and wasted some moves. Ludwig was the only one basically that I was ever able to clear the stage with, so that's why I kept bringing him in. And here, if I would have gotten a red and a green capsule, I would have just gotten 3 stars. That would have been it. But no, they had to give me a double red and no greens in sight. So I just decided to use a few more hammers because, I mean, to be fair, like I said, if you had gotten super lucky with a red and a green capsule, I legitimately would have had 3 stars on that run with just the skill up used. But no. So the requirement is 30,000 for that stage. So just keep that in mind. That's all you have to get is 30,000. Oh, I hate that stage so much. I don't even want to try it to get 3 stars on it anymore. I'd really like to see if anyone else makes a video or has any ideas on how to do that level. But for this one, I decided to start up with the top for a little while. I don't really know why. I can't explain why, I guess. But it ended up working out, I guess. But I did start going for these bombs right away. And if you can blow those up, that's a few less hits, and you don't have to worry about the bombs getting iced later. You could also bring in Morton to get rid of those ice machines right away. But I don't know how helpful he'll be once all the ice machines are gone. So the ice machines also don't do all that much. And once you clear everything around them, there's no threat really. But you are hitting them quite a lot, I have to say. Actually, Lemmy would probably be the best character to bring in for this one because there are a lot of barrels that you're breaking. I think Lemmy is the way to go for this. But I just brought in Wario, and I only played this one twice, and it worked out in the second round. So I'm getting some of these bombs opened up. They keep getting iced. I should have just destroyed them beforehand. But you really have to hit all the bombs, because another thing about this stage is you need all the crates to get cleared, which is something where maybe Roy would be a good one to bring in. You can see the Koopalings would be great for this stage, apparently. But yeah, those crates are going to be really annoying. And the thing about the bombs getting ice is at least you're getting a few more hits in on the crates. So that's one way to think about it, I guess. And we're finally getting this top section done. I think I get all the top broken before I start working towards the bottom. So there are all the crates in the top right. Now I believe I start going... Okay, so I go here next. I'm able to hit this red and not trigger any ice, which is nice. And I'll be able to get those blues by doing the same thing. I probably want to do that before icing anything else. This green bomb will take care of the rest of this section here, so I can take that out whenever I'm ready. I would have liked to have gotten a double green, so I could hit this red bomb in the barrel down here, but instead I bring down some blues to do it instead. Which probably wasn't the best idea. But unfortunately this red that I was trying to save for this bomb went down a little too far, so I wasn't able to use it. So I don't remember what I'd do at this point with it. Oh, I get another... Oh, it actually ended up working out pretty well, because I got another double red. Brought that down and then used the other double red at the other bomb. Alright, and then I don't need this green right now, so I just place this here. I need to start hitting this blue bomb. It does get iced again, but I can just hit it a few more times. And we already have all the points we need, so we just need to hit these bombs and it'll be done. So luckily, even though I wasn't getting any blues, I had a way to get to the green very easily. It was nice that that single green capsule I accidentally placed down there ended up working out perfectly. So a lot of luck involved. I would definitely suggest bringing in Lemmy. I think he would be the best. But other than that, you can beat it with Wario. I proved that. Now I'm bringing Wario for this one as well. I believe I got super lucky on this one as well. It was not a good round. But when you're starting off, I would suggest just hitting these two blocks. Try to get a double capsule, and then start working on this next section here. And always make sure to hit some kind of block as you go. Like, try to go from the sides. As you can see I'm doing here, like with these greens, I'm hitting these two blocks instead of just going over the top of the green and hitting no blocks. So when you do it that way, you unlock all the blocks a lot better. And you want to try and hit all these coins as well. Don't start hitting these bombs until you've hit all the coins here, so that the bombs can hit the coins for you later. And also save some of the viruses that if you don't need to clear them that are around the bombs, because like I said, the bombs will just do it for you. There's one green here I'll have to come back to, but other than that, all the other viruses are gone. Now I begin to hit these iced viruses, and there's so many ice viruses that I almost had, thought about bringing in like Ludwig. And I don't know how Ludwig would work out. There is a lot of ice viruses in this stage, but I don't know. I feel like you're going to run out of capsules. But at this section here, I realized that I should probably wait to start hitting these cage coins until I hit this final coin in the bottom corner here. I just did it by using these greens, but I'm sure there are ways you can do it otherwise. And if you had waited for the screen to scroll, I think a bomb would have blown it up for you as well. So maybe keep that in mind. And now I'm just using all the colors I get to keep going through all of these here. The one thing that's kind of different is the blue viruses on the side here, because they are broken up differently where everything else is horizontal, but these two blues here are vertical. And you're going to want to make sure to get some single capsules in there as well whenever you can. If you can get a rainbow capsule in there, that's also great because there's a red right next to it. And then you're going to want to get through that coin that's underneath the blue capsule as well, because there is a blue shell at the very bottom of the stage that you should probably try to hit as soon as you can. So make sure the stage scrolls all the way up before you hit this next blue virus. Again, if you can bring a rainbow capsule down there, you can hit the reds and the blue at the same time, which is what I think I try to do. And all these other colors I'm just stacking up here because I realize that they will fall once these keys start to fall. But I realize that was a pretty bad idea now, because now I have a huge cluster of capsules that I can't like carry back up. So I think I do move some over to the right a little bit so I can use them later and then let a few fall. I think I even break some, which is probably a terrible idea. I should have just used this double blue to do the job here, but then I would have had to use some capsules to get the reds. I wanted to bring down reds to do this for me. So bringing those down, now the shell is hit by that bomb. This blue kind of gets wasted here, but we keep going, and we have these blues that I just don't need. I ended up breaking out more blues just because I had so many that I felt like I was in the way. So now we do that there, and I have some more blues here. I use them as a platform to get back up to these bombs here. I'm running very low on capsules, but I need to build another platform up. I use a blue as the bottom of my tower here, so that I can use a single blue capsule to break the coins there. And then I got these greens that I just have to use to break the final 2 green viruses. So it seemed like I was probably going to lose. I ended up using all the capsules I had to do that one. I know I saw some people said they had trouble with that stage as well, and I think I got really lucky as well. But hopefully some of my strategies there can help you save some capsules, and then just be very careful at the end there. Like, I wasted a good amount of capsules at the end, and I still had just enough to beat it. So just be resourceful, I guess. So, whoa, okay. Well, I messed up the editing there, but we're moving into this one with Wario, and then I have the Bonsai Bill and the Bullet Bill as my assistants, and the Bonsai Bill did not trigger. So, oh wait, no, the Bullet Bill didn't trigger. The Bonsai Bill always triggers, I believe. So what you're going to want to do is get into this middle section as quickly as you can, and if you get any other colors that you don't need at the moment, just try your luck at these fog viruses. I got super lucky this round and got like every one that I guessed correctly. That is not normally going to happen. That was completely luck based. So now we're going to, I just decided to break this block here because you will end up having to do that eventually. If you get any extra colors and you need to separate some, you can do that. And then you're going to want to bring down these pinks down to this lock here. Normally I would have this lock already opened at this point, but the time I played it this round, it took a while to get that lock. But once you get all that open, hopefully you'll have broken the crates that are holding these keys up, and everything will start to fall. And you're going to want to use the stage, how it's like stopped here, along this row of blues and yellows. You're going to want to use that to your advantage here. Like, you're going to want to bring down some blues right now, so that you can, yeah, like I did that there, so that I can get into that middle section. Otherwise you end up wasting some capsules later to get to those middle sections. So now I've done that, I can bring down a yellow, as you can see, anytime to hit that bomb. I'd probably want to wait, yeah, so I end up hitting those yellows there. Any other colors you get, especially the pinks, you're going to want to use on these blocks here. If you ever get any double pinks, you're going to want to get those 2 pinks that are kind of wedged in between the blocks. No matter what the means are, because you're probably not going to get a lot of double pinks, so keep that in mind. Now, at this point, I really just need 1 yellow down there, so I can use any other colors I need up at these blocks here. I really do think Wario's for the best for this as well. I brought in Wendy once, and it wasn't great. So, I did that pretty quickly, and I hope you saw some of my strategies that I implemented. I wasn't able to explain everything I did, but I hope that was somewhat helpful. And I got medal 592, which is pretty high considering I usually get around the 100s, and it's simply because I took a whole weekend to do this. But anyways, these levels were crazy. I hope it's not like this in the future. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you soon. Goodbye.